to start. I don't know.
Well,
what should we talk about? What should our structure be? Should we have one?
We'll just start with the derby.
Start with the derby.
I'm more than willing to admit when I've taken an L. I'm not like I'm not gonna wear the hat. Like my fandom is there. I'm not a fair weather fan.
For folks that eventually listen to this, or if anybody ever listens to this,
at least all two of you. First of all, we love you.
Yeah, we love you very much. I appreciate you, and holler at me if you see me on the streets. It's a popular song back in the day.
I've heard it
I
before.
forget who's saying it now, but somebody will remember. One of our two listeners will remember. But you have Grant Lewis in my house, and he's wearing a Manchester United hat, which makes me very upset. But I'll move on.
Why are you upset? Like, my question is, when you got the dub, let's take the dub. Like, I'm wearing City shirt, like colors at least. Like, I'm a very humble person. As a lifelong Tennessee fan, an Orlando Magic fan, I've learned to accept loss in stride. So after these 26, almost 27 years on this earth, L's have been a great part of my life. Saturdays in the fall aren't necessarily the happiest days. But I make them happy, and I'm still here. I'm still strong. Like, it makes me strong. So, we didn't show up like I needed to. Zlatan scored, like I said. I knew he'd score. He's scored in every, meaningful time. Like, if he's playing someone, he's going to score. He's going to score against Chelsea. He's going to score against Liverpool. Like, he's going to score in every big game. It's just no one else could step up, It was weird. And Martial didn't even start. Got Lingarded. Ole Gunnar Lingard. That's what I call him, because he comes on and usually comes on at the end of the clutch.
Yeah. But he didn't. He didn't this time because Manchester City is the best team in England. So I'm sorry.
Currently, that's factually correct. I can't say that he's wrong. The points actually say that's correct. Like, I'll give Iheanacho credit. I won't give De Bruyne credit. If I ever see De Bruyne on the street, I will end his life. You can mark that here first, folks. You heard that here now. Like, have you ever seen, maybe AJ McCarron in a helmet is a more punchable face, but De Bruyne without a helmet is clearly the most punchable face in the world.
Hey, man, I can't let you ride on my City players like that. I like De Bruyne. I think I would roll with him. Like, he seems like a person that would try you. Like, if he was at UCF, he would be like a frat boy for sure. Like
Sigma Chi for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He'd be like doing backflip beer pong shots through the table and then try to laugh it off like, look at me, I'm cool. But after he seems like the type of person like you break down the real to him like, yo man, this is what white supremacy is, man. This is what all this shit is. And then
for the record, I don't think Jonathan even believes that. I don't believe it.
I really do.
Like, I wouldn't say that about Rooney. Like, I know Rooney wouldn't say that. He's from Liverpool.
And he's an idiot.
No, that's not fair. The only dumb thing he's done is not gone home. Like, if Rooney came home, went bald, we'd have 5 Champions League titles by now. But,
Lord Jesus. How do you get a hair transplant but still be going bald? I don't understand that.
That's Trump, man.
Shout out to all my people that have hair transplants, but how is Rooney like this, man? I don't understand. I really don't get it.
It's what happens when you have money, but you don't have friends that are going to tell you how to spend it right. So obviously he's trying to get that homeboy hookup for some guy in a seedy part of Manchester. He's like, oh, I got some hair plugs. I'm like, oh, I trust you because he's a boxer. So boxers are they got their heads beat in, so they probably don't know what they're talking about. So it probably comes down to listening to a boxer, and it's fine. Like I said, you got to do you if that makes you feel good, but I think winning makes me feel good, and I prefer you bald, Wayne. So, Wayne, I know you're listening, homie. I know you are. If you understand what I just said, because, from Scouse to this is very different. But I tell you what, we need you to come home, brother. Ask Bomani. Listen to Bomani Jones, figure out what coming home is. And if you come home, you know what else is coming home? That Champions League trophy, dog. I tell you,
that is not going to happen. Listen, Rooney, he's done. Y'all just need to just be real with yourselves and realize that he's old, he's got a potato face, he's balding, and he's not the Rooney used to be 10 years ago. He's been past it. He's been past it since the 2010 World Cup. He's slower. He's a liability in the team, both teams, England and Manchester United, and he ain't there no more, man. He's got to accept it. I had to accept that with Yaya Toure. Like, I was like, man, he can still ball, but like, see him on the field now, like, bruh, a corpse can walk faster than you. So, just saying.
I can't disagree. It's sad that he had to get the captaincy so late. I mean, it's fair. Like, he's no Vidic. Like, I believe in defenders being captains. I think defenders are better suited to be captains. I think that's just a cultural thing for me. And I would love someone more effective playing attacking mid. Like,
any other player at Manchester United.
Like, my ideal front four would be Zlatan up front, Mkhitaryan on the right, Lingard on the left, and Martial playing attacking midfield. Or even like that's how I play on FIFA, and you can't stop me on those sticks. So I think it would work.
This is a
great
challenge.
that way.
Somebody challenge Grant to FIFA online.
Actually, my FIFA strategy is really terrible. It's just 3 balls. I play pure counter, and I'm just gonna attack you really hard on the counter and just hope that I finesse it in. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't use trick stick or nothing.
I feel you. I get hella predictable on FIFA. Like, people like just know, they already know what I'm doing before I even do it. So now I have to be like, let me change this up, man. Let me play like I'm actually playing a game.
Yeah, what is a pass back?
Yeah.
That offends me. In what world? First of all, it almost offends me to pass as a original basketball player. Like, passing, I'm on that mama mentality. Don't really know what it is. But passing backwards, nah, fam. Catch me somewhere else. It's not gonna happen. But like, that's how real football works. I'm not gonna hate on people that know what they're actually doing. Like, one of my buddies gets on the sit, goes baseline, and then just tries to cross it in the box all the time. Like, you disgust me. You're just a bad human. Like, I bet you don't even like. Well, I know he doesn't season his chicken. He's white, so that's another. What can you do about that?
Shout out Stardust. Unseasoned chicken on deck.
Wait, Stardust has chicken?
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of chicken and stuff. Like, they put chicken on your pizza. They put chicken sandwiches.
There's a reason why homie doesn't eat Stardust, and that's it. Like,
no, the food is good. Everything is. Well, I guess I can't say the food is good than seasoned chicken, but like, everything is on point until you eat the chicken and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Did y'all cook this chicken before y'all serve it to me? And I love going there too. That's the sad part. It's really the sad part.
I remember when I was in college once, and one of my hallmates was like, I'm gonna cook you some chicken wings, and I was like, naive at the time. I'm like, sure. All she did was try to pour hot sauce on it and then bake it. I still might be traumatized from it. I don't know how I've recovered. The fact that I'm here speaking to you all today is a testament to my internal fortitude. That's it. Like, not even salt or pepper. Neither one. Neither one of them. Like, I know we got off topic, but like,
I poured hot sauce.
That's it.
That's it.
Just straight hot sauce. Not even put butter with it, which is what you're supposed to do when you're making buffalo wings. You season the chicken, then you put butter in the hot.
They must have really not respected you. They're like,
I mean, they're from Long Island, so literally they went to school with 2 black people. I was like the 4th one they ever knew personally.
So it's on some stereotypical shit like, hey, you're black, you might like this. Just pour hot sauce over your shit.
Great people now. Like, I think if one thing I've imparted on a lot of my white friends is seasoning. Like, my roommates are all white, and like, they'll come downstairs like, oh, that smells good. I'm like, yes. I use garlic salt, Cajun seasoning, onions. I use a little like paprika. Like, I use seasonings. And then she'll look at me and she'll be like, ah. I'm like, first of all, these are y'all seasonings. I moved in here last. Y'all bought most of the seasoning. So what was it doing? Was it just for like show that we need to fill a cabinet? Like, why is that surprising you? Like, you physically purchased this, and I'm making a use of it. So, like, it is what it is. It is what we can move on, but just remember, hey folks, first, as our first podcast, season your food,
please.
PSA. That was actually a commercial. It was a PSA from
your life will be changed forever.
You won't even know what hit you. Like, and you know who does a great job of that? Asians.
I agree. I mean, that's where most of the spices come from anyway. Like, I go hard on some Indian spices. That curry, you got me.
Thai food?
Locked down.
Duck. Quiet. Call me Gordon Bombay, man. I'm on that duck. Y'all don't know me like that, but I love duck. There's a great Thai restaurant in Mount Dora.
If anybody has any free tickets or whatever to any restaurant that serves duck, holla at me. Or holla at Grant, I guess, because he's the one that's on it. Like,
we'll both go.
Yeah.
We'll split a gift card. It's cool.
Please send it my way. I haven't given you my address yet, but just holla at me. I was glad to give it to you. Just don't come kill me.
Jonathan's more responsible, so definitely send it to him. I lose mail all the time. My parents hate me. But I think we should really get into one of the first topics that we started about that really made us think about this, going back to hair, is also going back to Merseyside, our boy Ross Barkley.
Shout out, Ross.
What's up, Ross? I know you're listening, dog. Like, and we were just, your football skills,
wow,
are existent. They are there.
Wow.
But your fade, God bless, man. Like, you give Fresh Prince, like Will Smith, 1995, a run for his money on that fade. And it was a little enigmatic, no? Like, we saw it, and we really had questions.
Really, truly.
And it turns out that his dad's Nigerian. Explains everything. Like, yeah, I'd never seen a white boy with a fade like that. It just
perfect. Talking like inch perfect.
It was almost like that one white Kappa. You've seen that guy. It was much akin to that. Like, and I think if more black women in America watch soccer, they would treat Ross Barkley like that white Kappa. They'd be like, "Oh, that fade."
Oh yeah. He's like the John B. He would be the John B. of
easily. He'd be trending. He'd be on the TL at least once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But,
like MCM, like, for real.
They'd all be hollering at you. You'd be white boot, they'd be white boot up with you, dog.
Yeah.
But, we want to shout out to you. I don't want you to get buckets because right now you're ahead of us on the table. So I'm not going to wish you on field success, but keep that lineup fresh. Like, that's what I really want you to do.
Yeah. Actually, just share to the people, like, who do you go to, man? Who's your barber? Because they put work in, man. I got to give a shout out to the barbers out there, man, for real. Because sometimes I know my shit is all fucked up right now, so I know I need to show love to barbers because when they got me looking good, like, man, ladies love it. Just saying.
That's true. I go to Eatonville once every 2 weeks. Gotta get that fresh. Shout out to Eatonville, oldest black municipality in America.
I'm putting my power fist up right now. Nobody can see it, but it's up.
We both did. I go there, keep it fresh at this great Old Man Glenn, also Winter Park High alum. So we got a lot to talk about. And Old Man Glenn, he hooks me up, and it may only cost $10, but I always leave him that $20. Because Glenn keeps me looking fresh.
Always
tip. That's what you gotta do. Always tip your barber. Everyone. Important facts. Always tip your barber. Now on the other side of the hair debate, we got my Frenchman, recently divorced, recently benched, recently out of form. But he's still the great Mancunian hope, Anthony Martial. I was watching Live and Let Die the other day, and the song's great. But your boy Yafet Koto, who's Skamanga in that, he wants his haircut back, dog. Like, that was 1972 or when did Live and Let Die come out? I want to say it's 72. I'm looking up right now.
70s? I thought it was 60s. Sean Connery in Live and Let Die?
No, Roger Moore's Live and Let Die.
Oh.
So, like, it was definitely the 70s. I know you're from France, and y'all do things a little different there. And y'all try to be like 73. It's literally listed as a blaxploitation thriller. Let's take a moment.
Hold on.
We got a James Bond movie listed as a blaxploitation thriller.
Time out on the plane.
That's a technical foul.
I'll put a yellow card up there. Say what?
It is a blaxploitation. James Bond. They go. It's all about voodoo. They're in New Orleans most of the time. Then I think they go to Jamaica or Haiti. I know they go to an island.
Yeah, I'm sure Jamaica's got voodoo, but like, these are white people making this movie, so obviously it was
Roger Moore. I got to talk to you, Jane Seymour. That's right, Dr. Quinn Madison woman. You're getting the call out. No one Tony. Here's what I'm gonna do. I know you don't speak a lot of English. I'm gonna find you a French version of the movie. I just want you to watch it. And when you see Yafet Koto get killed by that pill that blows you up, like the oxygen pill, do that to your hair. Like, kill that hairstyle too. Just come back. Ask, hey man, when we play Everton next, ask Ross where he gets his hookup. Like, maybe y'all can be some friends. and that would make like even ask Jesse, and you know Memphis keeps his stuff tight. Memphis looks fresh.
Memphis is always on point. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, what are you doing? Like, aren't y'all friends? And I know, like, maybe you know Dutch, maybe you know French. They're close. Like, something has to come. Like, something's got to give, and it's definitely your hair, fam. Like, and you're like, it will probably make you better too. That's gonna win us the title this year. Like, this is crucial. This is actually me begging now. Like, this isn't a suggestion. I need this. I need a title this year. It's been too long. Like, 3 years is too long.
It's sad, but I mean, you know, if Webby can keep the light bulb throw going, why can't Athene Marshall? That's all I'm saying. Like, Marshall, keep your shit the way you want to keep it, man. It's black boy joy.
No, hey, you got divorced. New year, new you. Like, do something different. I know the Manchester women ain't popping, even though that's what your ex-wife said. I don't know. I don't really know what she's worried about. I've Googled Manchester women before, and I didn't sleep that night. It was terrible. So I don't know what's going on. Like, English women.
Hey, man, don't knock. English women could be on point, man. Don't hate.
But the sun isn't there. So, like, they're paler than the bottom of my new Sperry's. Like,
damn.
If we're talking real, which is fine. Like, pale is fine.
You're right.
You like, sunlight can be dangerous. Like, I got sunburned once. That was dumb because I'm black and I'm like, I don't need sunscreen. But, like, stay safe out there. Everyone stay safe when you're out enjoying the sun. Also, another PSA. We're going to have a lot of PSAs here. I think this is going to be great.
Yeah, for real. I wonder if we should explain, because some folks that will listen to this probably don't know what a derby is.
That's true.
So we should explain it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so for folks that don't know, a derby is a rivalry match between two teams that are in close proximity with each other, geographically speaking. So we talk about Manchester because, you know, after Manchester City birthed United and kept them in their home, United had to be, you know, the angry, spoiled son that always wants to outshine the father. So
they did. They successfully did so. Let's
anyway,
in this narrative, let's remember that we have 13 Premier League titles. 13. That's a lot. Okay. It's only been around for 22 years, right?
You know, yeah, football was alive and existing before the Premier League started.
So we have like 25 total. Like, so we have a lot, and 3 European titles. This is what y'all know. Like, I don't want that to get lost in the shuffle. but my boy, Sweet Baby Angel, as they call him, is correct.
It is I.
So, like, you could have a derby. I mean, technically, you know, whenever the Giants play the Jets, you know, as an American example, that could be a derby. Or the Clippers and Lakers would be the ultimate. Well, they both share stadiums.
Yeah, I mean, so the Giants, Jets too. Who else? I mean, UCF versus USF is kind of like a derby. They're close proximity at least.
They're close enough, I guess. Like, I think I'll give it the 2-hour gap. And America's different just because our transportation is completely different and we're way bigger. But, like, I give it 2 hours because, like, I guess you could count the Dodgers and the Angels, but Anaheim is about 2 hours from LA. And with traffic, about 5 hours, you're trying to kill yourself.
Right.
But, like, so it's stuff like that. So it's like an in-town rivalry. There are a lot of them in England, but only one matters. You know, like, our friends to the west will say that the Merseyside derby is a thing. First of all, Liverpool's never produced anything great, except for Wayne Rooney. Like, the Beatles are trash. Heard it here first.
Hot take.
I'm going to give you this hot take. The Beatles are the most overrated thing to exist on this earth. Fact.
Whoa. Fuego.
And I'm going to take back trash. They're good, but they're not the greatest. And they're overrated.
They are extremely overrated.
So, like,
though I can name you who sang every single Beatles song.
I cannot.
Who's the lead singer?
That's a talent that very few black people have. You should sell that.
Yeah, when I first moved here, like, I didn't was unexpected to see all these white people, so they put me on the Beatles. So ever since then, I was obsessed, and then I
didn't know Brooksville was on that Beatles life.
They're really not. Is
that the Jersey part?
No. It's Brooksville.
Really?
Brooksville. Yeah, there was one. When I first moved there, my friend was like huge on the Beatles, and I'm like, who are they? I knew Paul McCartney because he sang Michael Jackson. That was the only reason why I knew them.
Hey, the girl is mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Paul McCartney. Sometimes Winter Park hanger outer because his stepson went to Rollins. Yeah, he bought his stepson a penthouse up next to St. Margaret Mary because he went to Rollins.
Oh, no way.
Like, he literally paid for the place to get finished.
Dang.
He paid like 15 mil for it to get finished, and then his stepson owned the penthouse. And like, he'd be there and have parties, and like Paul McCartney would just be like sitting on like benches in Winter Park. He'd be like, huh? What?
So this old ass man is sitting out here like us son and partying up, doing coke and all that.
I mean, first of all, if you're not doing coke, do you go to Rollins? Questions you have to ask yourself. I think that's actually I think a Rollins admissions tape is just you doing as many lines as you can in under 30 seconds. And I don't advocate for drugs, y'all. Like, do your body what you want to do, but like, I haven't gone skiing yet. I plan on doing it at least once. Maybe this shouldn't be on tape, but I've never done it. But I know at Rollins, it's the only place in Florida that snows consistently. That's facts. Like, Winter Park, there's Winter Park, Florida, Winter Park, Colorado, and they both got skiing. Tell you what, that's just how it is.
You heard it here first from Winter Park rep and lover, Grant Lewis.
I am a Winter Park lover. It's sad. I love Winter Park. I love the ABK, and I love her. I'm just a 407 aficionado. Like, I think that's what I bring it down to. Like, if you ever heard me, I've gone on some hate Tampa rants, like the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So if you don't know what the Tampa Bay Rowdies are, they're supposedly, and I put this in air quotes, a soccer club in Tampa. And apparently they play soccer over there. They wear like green and like gold. Like they
signed Joe Cole, man, an England legend, Joe motherfucking Cole.
They signed American legend Freddie Adu, sir. All right, I have 5 Sports Illustrated for kids that man was featured in. Like, this guy was a legend in 2000. All right, he may have been the greatest American soccer player of all time. Christian Pulisic, who are you? All right, Freddie Adu is the real deal.
Let's talk about. I want to talk about Christian Pulisic. Continue with your Rowdies, but I'm gonna get to Christian Pulisic because I respect him, but we have like a really bad habit of overrating players before they do stuff.
Yeah, and so the Rowdies are garbage. Tampa's garbage. The 813, the 727, it's all trash. Your beaches are whack. USF, what is that? University of Tampa, you look like the Kremlin. Why? It's America. Who else can I hate on? New College, you're all right. Like, New College is cool, but you guys are weird. Really weird, but you're cool. Like, I can live with that. But if you're listening and you're a Tampa person, come at me. Like, you can step up. You will get beat down. Orlando's the best city in Florida. Facts. It's all about the 407. Who's 407 produced? Let me tell you. Hall of Famer, but also wife beater and terrible person, Warren Sapp. Ken Griffey Jr.'s kids.
You're claiming Ken Griffey Jr.'s kids.
You got that right. Zach Greinke, professional finesser. All right, Zach Greinke is going to end his career making about $300-400 million, and he's never won anything. King finesser Zach Greinke is from Apopka. We just got running water in Apopka when I moved there 20 years ago, guys. Listen, this guy's a legend. He's a legend, let me tell you. Dante Culpepper, I'm going to claim him, even though he's from Ocala. Get your roll on. His hands may have been small, but I tell you what, Dante Culpepper really put UCF on the map.
He did.
He's the reason why they survived as a D1 program. And him and Randy Moss was one of the most beautiful things of blackness. Like, Minnesota Vikings are easily the team of blackness in the NFL. Them and the Raiders.
Shout out.
You give the Raiders too, right?
I ride with the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah. And watching, as a young kid who had a laser rocket arm and just like not as great receivers to throw to, I just remember watching my brother Dante just throw the ball up there and Randy Moss do his thing on people all day long. And I just remembered it's black excellence. Yeah. There's never been a better definition of it.
All you had to do was throw it up because he just knew Ray Moss is there. Like, so it was like
cheat code. It was literally like Madden.
Throw the ball, cover your eyes, and
throw your balls, throw the ball, and then go to the sideline because you know your kicker's coming on. It was great, but that's a very circuitous way to say that Orlando over Tampa. Jacksonville, what are you? I used to live in Melbourne. That's a joke. Miami,
go
you're
Jags.
Cool.
Shout out Jaguars.
Yo, Miami, you're cool, but there's just too much going on there. I just can't handle that traffic. So Miami to me is just more stressful than bad. So I'll let that fly. Like, Miami's fun for a weekend, but like on a Tuesday, I'm not trying to wait 5 hours to get to CVS 5 minutes down the street. So, and then Tallahassee, and don't let me get started about Alachua County in the Alachua County Community College Reptiles, Gainesville.
But shout out FAMU though.
Oh,
I love y'all out there, fam.
I love fam. You know, shouts out to Florida Memorial.
Yeah, yes sir.
Shout out to BCU.
Yes sir.
Do we have another HBCU or is there just three?
I think those three.
Just those three.
FAM,
you know,
BCU, and
my mom went to FAM, so you know, gotta rep it. My aunt went to Knoxville College, which shut down now. That's old school BCU. That's an old school HBCU. So shouts out to HBCUs because without them, I wouldn't have all those books that helped me to learn how to read in the crib growing up.
Well, what HBCU? There's another one in Tennessee. My aunt went to
Tennessee
that one.
State.
There's another one.
Meharry?
Starts with a T, but I forget what it is. I can look it up, but my aunt went there to HBCU in Tennessee. Shout out that university. I'm gonna find it in a second. Howard University. Shout out my aunt went there too.
Go Bison.
Who?
The Bisons. Howard Bison.
Oh.
Yeah. Who were gonna hate on HBCU wise? Southern. Actually, I can't do that. I don't know. It's hard to hate on HBCU. Like NC Central, you know, shouts out to you. Johnson C. Smith, shouts out to you. Like, I've been there. Beautiful campus. They gave me a great water bottle. One of my favorite water bottles of all time. Shout out to Meharry Medical School that has a lot of people of color becoming doctors. You know, like, I used to see them at my library when I was in college, and I knew, like, man, there ain't that many black people at Vandy Med, but I know you're at Meharry.
It was Fisk University.
It definitely starts with an F.
Yeah, it does.
Yo, shouts out to Fisk.
Yeah, shout out Fisk. Y'all down. Prairie View. Shout out Prairie View.
I'm going to give a shout out to Clark Atlanta, although you're the most busted college I've ever been to in my life. And I'm going to need y'all to fix it for your boy Bomani. Like, I don't want to call him out like this. No, wait. Ooh. Let me take that back.
It's going to be about a
Let me
serious
take
hot
that
take
back.
just
I
now.
was wrong. Clark was fine. Shaw. What were y'all doing? Like, what was going on? Why? We had all these beautiful young black minds coming from Orlando trying to figure out a school, and we literally have people yelling out the windows at us when we're leaving, don't come here.
Lord Jesus.
So Shaw, you're on the bad list. But everyone else, you know, keep doing what you're doing. They're getting to be the place where we need to be.
Yeah, because I went to PWI and
I went to a super PWI.
yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Vandy. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about UCF. I'm like, I should have went to FAMU because, well, I'm not gonna say I regret it because, you know, that's my reality. That's what I've experienced. But if I could choose, if free will existed and we believed in multiple alternative universes, I would definitely go to FAMU if I had the choice.
Hey man, you know, we're not gonna talk. I mean, Vandy was terrifyingly white. But I will say the black community there was the best part of my experience, and moreover now, like, the communication that we still have 4-5 years later is great. Like, the people that I like contact the most on the TL, on Facebook from Vandy are all the black people, and we didn't even get to hang out that much, but they're way better. Like, our experiences were just so unique. So, you know, and they do a really good job. So if you have to end up going to a PWI, find your colored people. They'll make your life better.
For real. I mean, that's just like the general like expectation when you with black people. Like, you just gonna, you know your people, so you're gonna ride with them. And it's same thing UCF. Like, we saw the same black people every single day. Like, it's like there's 60,000 people here. How am I seeing the same black person every day? But, you know, at the end of the day, if I see someone from UCF, black person will ride with you, but hey, yo, what's up, brother? What's up, sister? What's up, sibling? You know, shout out to my gender neutral folks out there.
True.
And it's all up, and that extends everywhere. It extends in football too. So,
and you know, I'm gonna give the shout out to the white folks that know what they're doing. Your numbers are limited. You got a lot of aunties and uncles that be trolling Facebook pages that you need to call out, and you do. Sometimes you do call them out, and you know, more power to that. And you know, you're putting in a little bit of work, and I thank you for that. You know, I don't think 10 years ago I could have said we had as many white people on the grind, at least publicly, as we do now. Like, you're not hiding your Facebook, not hiding your Twitter. You're getting at people. You know, like, sometimes you may screw up. Hey man, sometimes I screw up with gender stuff, woman stuff, being an American. You know, but you know, it's all about trying. Like, being American, you know, say some froggy shit.
Yeah, it's very true.
But here we are, and A for effort.
Yeah.
So, John, talk about the Dortmund wonder, the gold and black whiz kid, Pennsylvania's own. And this hurts me because I think Julian Green might be better, but we'll get into that. Tell me, let's go down. I want to hear this because this is a great take. It's not a hot take. This is a good take. I will give you hot takes, and you can hate. He's gonna give you good takes.
I'll try to give a good take. So, if y'all didn't know, the man that Grant is talking about is Christian Pulisic. He is a 17-year-old player for Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Shout out Germany. Like, y'all putting the work in.
Alemania,
bringing those refugees. Like, go ahead, Merkel. You kind of mess up a lot of times, but I'm gonna ride with you for this one. But anyway, he's on the squad. I don't even think he starts. I think he's like still he's on the come up, which is good. Like, I have a lot of love for him. Like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Like, I mean, you don't even have to care what I say, but still. Anyway, put work in. You're representing the U.S., so power to you. But the problem I have, and I've had it every single time the United States national men's soccer team is in any sort of event, is that we overrate the hell out of our young prodigies.
Ooh,
it is a serious problem. Who was it? Who was it in the 2014 World Cup?
Julian Green. It
was Julian Green, but who was the right back that was shutting down?
DeAndre Yedlin.
Yeah. He was shutting what's his name? Hazard the hell down.
He did take that entire game out.
Yeah, like Hazard was crying at the end of the game.
He's quick. Yedlin's like, and the worst part is these are talented kids.
Yeah.
But too much pressure.
Then he went to Tottenham. He didn't do anything for Tottenham, but everybody's bigging him up. Like,
wait, time out. Who's ever done anything for Tottenham? Let's be real.
Listen, he's gone now. Tottenham's second place or fighting for a title now.
It is 4 games into the season, sir. Don't ever give me...
I'm talking about last year. I ain't talking about this year.
That's true. Actually, they did.
Come on, man. Like, I'm not going to... Manchester City's the top of the league, so I ain't even worried about Tottenham anymore. So, even though shout out to Tottenham, my cousin's a big fan. I just got in a debate with him about Joe Hart, which we could talk about too. But
poor Joe. I'm gonna give a hashtag poor Joe.
He doesn't need a hashtag poor Joe. Fuck that. No, I'll explain it this way because I'm a Manchester City fan. If y'all didn't know that already, Sky Blue, Go Citizens, Blue Moon, and again, much like the United States, we overrate the hell out of our players. England has an overinflated sense of worth, superiority for the national team. They are average ass players. And Joe Hart, I love Joe Hart. Like, I remember I died for him like when he was playing for us, but his distribution skills are awful. I think
he's much like Kirk Cousins. Cannot pass. This is terrible.
He cannot pass to save his life. He's good. And this is the problem I have with England and the United States too. Like, we value effort over ability. Like,
oh boy. And you know what's sad? The sad part about that is it doesn't exist in any other sport. Not nearly to the degree of soccer. Like, man, you look at our national team and like, does LeBron try hard? Yeah, but is he also the best? You got darn right he is. Like, we're not putting out like, man, Courtney Lee really hustles. We need to get him on the national team. Man. You know what? David West, man, he's putting in a lot of time. We really need to get him on that national team. That doesn't happen. It's like,
they tried to do that with Luke Ridnour, and then you saw what happened. We got bronze in the Olympics.
We don't talk about that year. I don't even know what year you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
They canceled the Olympics. Y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't know. Yeah, we didn't play basketball that year.
Over budget, Greece, they messing up,
But we got Russell Westbrook. Like, Russell, sure. Like, the thing that people admire about Russell Westbrook is his effort, but it's his effort because of how good he is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, man, we really like that he hustles. Like, Jeremy Lin was balling. That's why we liked him. Like, you got a ball. And, and as everyone knows, I'm a Manchester United fan. Glory, glory. The Reds will go marching on. And Rash God is sitting there buried on the bench because we're starting scrubs like Wilshire and almost any other person that's starting over Rashgad. Like, the guy scored in every single debut he's had. I'm going to call out Jose Mourinho for this too back at the OT. Who bailed us out against Hull? Rashgad. Who bailed us out in the in any other important match? Who scored?
Rashgad.
Who scored the only goal in the last derby? Rashgad, his first one. Like, this kid is like, his sense of timing and his skill are beyond his years. That's and right. I understand trying to pace people, but Oxlade-Chamberlain's time is gone. Walcott's time is gone.
Okay, I'll give you Walcott, but Ox, he still got a little bit. He got a few years left.
But he just runs himself into hurt. Like, I watch Oxlade-Chamberlain like injure himself playing. Like, it's almost Bo Jackson-esque, but he's not that good, obviously. But like, he's just one of those people that just like, he's so reckless that it gets hurt. Yeah. So I think his time has come. The Waz's time has come. Why are we not putting in like our best player? I think England's best player is Rashford.
Oh.
And like, besides at least attacking player, the defenders are pretty good, but they don't play together.
Like, that is a serious hot take. Rashford is the best player.
Might be their best attacker.
Okay, you have your best player, the best attacker now.
Best attacker. I'll put
better than Harry Kane.
Kane and Vardy, I think, are...
No, I am a Kane and Vardy. Vardy's great, but I'll put Rashford over.
I think Kane has great timing too, but I don't think Kane as intuitive. Like, I think Kane is like the greatest Johnny on the spot of all time. And I think he does a really good job of putting himself in position, but I think like Rashford wills himself into that position.
Yeah.
It's a little different. I just think he's a little more innate. And he's also 4 years younger. I just think it's just going to go better.
I'm with that, actually. I'll put, now I think about it, I'll put Rashford over, I can't even call him Rashford. I'll put Rashford over Harry Kane.
I have that ability over people. But, like, if you start both of them, that's fine. Like, that's a great offensive threat. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. Got a new coach. Maybe things will go better now. But English, it hurts because, I think as the most American side that's not America, I try to root for England a lot. And they just literally, as they do the English, always let me down. I remember the last World Cup, sitting in Fiddler's Green. Shout out to Winter Park again. And I thought Rooney scored on that first goal.
You went to Fiddler's Green to watch.
I spent the whole day there. I spent like $200. It was not smart.
That is sad.
It was
you just going on about $200 a day, but you dropped $200 at Fiddler's Green.
It's a lot of beer, and I was there for the whole set of games. It wasn't like 2 hours. It was like 8 hours. Man. I didn't say I always make the good decisions. Like, we're mistaking me being critical of other things for me being good at what I'm saying. Like, me being like intellectually congruent. That's not fair. That's rude to me. Like, that's just
okay. I'm glad we're clear on that. Thank you.
But like, I remember just watching them. Like, how Sway, like, England. You're right. They never play together.
Yeah.
They just and it's weird because you're right. England doesn't have the talent, but like, the other national teams come together so well. And what is it culturally about England that keeps them from doing that?
But they do have a talent. That's the sad part. The part is that, in this case, is very glaringly obvious to Joe Hart, is that he's a young white dude with blonde hair. I think he's got blue eyes. He's in Head and Shoulders commercials. So,
he does have his coif is pretty nice. His hair is pretty fresh. Like,
he's got
I
great
couldn't
hair.
do it, but it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great on him.
For that fact alone, like, people are gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, even Manchester City fans, like, I love him to death, but it's like, y'all need to give it up. Like, he's not the player. He's not great. He's not a great player. He's a good goalkeeper. He is good at shot stopping, but you just can't like forget, like, he can't pass for shit. So why are you loving him so much, other than the fact that he's white?
It's funny. That reminds me of a couple years ago. I think this is related. Our boy Colin Cowherd talking about quarterbacks. And it pertains to a lot of the guys that are quarterbacks now, but I think this pertains to how we get quarterbacks. And I think this is ancillary to getting athletes in most prestigious positions. First of all, it takes a lot of money to play both these sports in these countries. A lot of other countries it doesn't, but in America, England, Germany, it's actually more of a money thing. quarterbacks go to camps, and at the end of the day, like 80% of the time, as again, Winter Park High School graduate, our quarterbacks looked, quote unquote, like the quarterback. They're the white guys with the floopy hair.
Yep.
You know, they dated the cheerleader, and guess what? They were all trash. Our quarterback play was terrible. It was never good. But you know whose quarterback didn't look the part? State champion Apopka, who had a 5'7" guy with cornrows. They balled out of control. And I think a lot of it is, and so Cowherd says that quarterbacks, especially in the NFL, you go in and you've always been the most handsome guy in the room. You've always been the one that's been propped up so much that you just can't believe you're going to fail. This is the Ryan Tannehill factor. Ryan Tannehill is literal basura. He's the most trash quarterback in the league, bar none. I'll take any quarterback. I'll take Jay Cutler's garbage ass over Ryan Tannehill. And that's maybe homerism. I don't care. I'll take RG3 right now with the broken collarbone over Ryan Tannehill. I'll take Tony Romo's broken back over Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is not a good quarterback. But you know what Ryan Tannehill does? He looks like a quarterback. And that's been given the benefit of the doubt. So a lot of players, especially in England, where it's predominantly it's white controlled for sure, look the part. And like you said with Joe Hart, he looks the part. DDG, my boy David De Gea, he kind of looks the part. He's more of a more swarthy, as they say, version, but he plays the part too.
That's true.
He gets them saves. He balls. And at the end of the day, if you can play, you can play. And sometimes people have been let go too long because they're pretty. That's dumb.
I don't understand how they justify Rooney being there because he's not pretty and he's a terrible player now.
Because he won us the Champions League.
He did not win our Champions League. He was not the sole reason y'all won.
He assisted the goal.
No, he did not.
I think he did. I think he assisted Ronaldo's goal.
No, it wasn't. It was Paul Scholes that did it.
That's true. He's ugly.
Ugly ass Paul Scholes.
But Paul Scholes is one of the greatest long ball scorers of all time.
I will give you Paul Scholes is probably one of the greatest football players ever. But
and they still didn't win with Paul Scholes. Man, that's some Kicks too. What is going on?
I'm telling you, white supremacy is destroying the England national team. That's why they're not good. And if you notice, at the end of the Euro World Cup, the Euro 2016, all the blame went on either Sterling. They went on Dele Alli, Kyle Walker. It went on Danny Rose. Conveniently, all the black players.
But at least they fired Hodgson. And there was no hate on my boy Smalling.
Yeah, because Smalling, he's just there.
He's solid.
Yeah.
He's solid.
He's not solid. England's defense was just... They defended deep. Like, they had Rooney there playing a damn five center back. So, yeah, he's a liability. But anyway, I'm not talking about potato face anymore. I'm gonna talk about the black excellence over the Premier League this week. It's been great. If you noticed, a lot of black players scored this week.
True.
Dominating. Start with man Kelechi of Manchester City, the game winner. Shout out Kelechi. Shout out Manchester United. Manchester City.
I mean, you're right in your heart. See, you want to be us, but
shout out the only team in Manchester City, Blue Moon.
I mean, geographically, that's kind of correct, but like
it is correct.
But in the hearts of Mancunians, it's wrong. Like just like numbers wise. Oh, shout out to Manchester United for being the first team ever to make $500 million in a year. You know how it be, And
thank you, Manchester United, for upholding capitalism. Great
but
job.
Ancillary black excellence. Shout out to Jameis Winston, who plays for the same owners. So had the best QBR this week. So that's the only black excellence I'm gonna be able to get. Shout out to Valencia. Shout out to Rashford and Lingard. Always shout out to Bailly. Bailly's got that. Shout out to them Derby for being almost a great display of black excellence. Like one of the blackest derbies I can recall.
Yeah, for real, exactly. Because I think the last time that it was this black was probably like 10, 11 years ago when Darius Vassell, shout out Darius Vassell, City legend, dominated, hit that brace, and destroyed Manchester United's dreams Yet again.
I mean, see, the difference between United fan and City fan is City fans just destroy our dreams because we don't have dreams for City to destroy. Like, what are we going to destroy for them? Oil money? I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Like, they're striving for not greatness. So when you're not striving for greatness, all we can do is remind them that they're not great. So that's what happens when we win. And when we win the next one, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to remind them that they're not great. Because we don't need to make Manchester great again because United's there. So it's already great.
United's not there. Manchester United would colonize Manchester to make it great again. Hot take.
That's a hot take. Wait a second. I lied to you guys earlier. He will be giving you hot takes. This
is why Manchester United, and I said it before, I'll say it again, are the white supremacists of the Premier League.
Wait, that's not fair because you got like things like Chelsea exist and like. Wait, no.
There could be a lot, multiple white supremacists.
Liverpool exists. Come on, dog.
Anyway, the reason why I say this is because anytime that Manchester City does something important, something great, here go United fans. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do this. Does that sound familiar? Like, anytime black people do something good, like, okay, what about Black and Black Crime in Chicago? Okay, what about this? Okay, what about that?
Wait a second.
It's like why it's always got to be something else when it comes to Manchester City fans? Manchester City in general, I don't get it.
I just want you to have a European Championship in your trophy case, and then you can maybe talk to us about greatness. That's all I'm asking. Like Gator fans try to do this all the time. We beat you a lot of times in a row. We have more wins than you. We have more national titles than you. And we have fewer black people in our state. So that's embarrassing to you, the fact that you have a monopoly on black people and we're still winning. Like, what is going on? These are questions that I ask. Like, I just want y'all to get on our level. Like, you'll never, ever get on our level. And that's like really something I just want you guys to understand. As a quote, by the way, as a song quote.
That is really sad because once we start hosting like multiple Champions Leagues under Pep, and what is Manchester United going to say?
Winning multiple Champions League under JM. Like, that's what's going to happen. Like, y'all can host. We'll host too. Next year, we're winning.
No, I'm saying hosting like the title, like propping it up.
Oh,
like,
hoisting it?
Yeah, we're going to be throwing Guardiola in the air.
I've never seen that happen. Like, you're saying words that, like, that's almost like saying when the Cubs win a World Series. They're in first place right now, and who thinks they're going to win? 5 people. They're all Cubs fans.
Anyway.
All the Cubs, we're the White Sox.
This is sad because, this is how you know, like, people are obsessed with you because I remember, I think it was the Champions League final where Barcelona destroyed Manchester United. They got to Rome.
Pardon?
Yeah, you forgot about that. Pep Guardiola. Shout out. He's about to, and then he did it to y'all again last week. But anyway, he came there. The fans came there. What was the first song they sang? A song about Manchester City. So, y'all, we were not even in the picture. We had no chance. We were so terrible that year. We had no chance of making we had no European aspirations. Yet, the first song that y'all had to sing was about us. So, I don't know. When we go to the Champions League final, we ain't be talking about y'all. Like, y'all are...
Well, first of
y'all
all,
back there.
You won't be going, so you're right. You won't be talking about us because you won't be there. That's factually correct. You can mark that down. I will second that. You won't be going, so you won't be singing about us. But when we go next, we're gonna be singing about Tony Martial and Rashcod, and maybe Bald Rooney. Like it may take me shaving his head. I might have to take that out and go to jail for that dub.
Yeah, he's actually been a worse player since he got a hair transplant. So
literally, that's facts. I won't disagree with that. I've been saying that for years. Check the TL. Check the TL. My TL doesn't lie. I'm fairly consistent on the timeline. I think my hate has been consistent and my love has been consistent. Except for Kobe, I kind of started to like Kobe once here and there, but that's about it.
Wow,
that was weird. More black excellence in the Premier League.
Yeah, anyway, again, shout out to my boy Kalichi Iheanacho, bigging up Diego Costa. Nobody knows about his ethnicity, but he's from like a really black area in Brazil, like born and raised. So he's mixed with African, like, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. He's been balling for a little bit, and actually it makes sense that they hate on him so much because that's what they do to black people all over the world. So therefore,
that might be accurate. Actually, I can't take anything away that fuck Chelsea, but he might be right.
yeah, fuck Chelsea, but shout out Diego Costa, and
I love Willian.
N'Golo Kante too, because you're a nice Makaleli. Shout out Makaleli too, like, because you wifed up Noemi Lenoir, and oh my gosh, I had a huge crush on her back in the day. Yeah, go look that up because she was a supermodel. I was in love with her. If I had posters, if Tumblr was a thing back then, I'd be posting all about Noemi Lenoir.
Oh, I'd holler. Oh, her. She wasn't she in Rush Hour 3?
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I forgot about that. Shout out Chris
the
Tucker.
Transporter.
Shout out Chris Tucker. Shout out Jackie Chan.
In Rush Hour. She was in both? How was she in the first Rush Hour?
I don't remember in the first one.
I don't remember, but it gives her the film credit.
Shout out to her anyway.
Shouts out. Shout out to France, black people, and the French black people, much love.
Yeah, the French national team, they might as well just be like not even European no more. They might as well.
Hey man, they're the greatest heroes in France of all time are all African.
It's true. Even the ones that destroyed France, like dang, how do I forget his name? The Haitian revolutionary.
Toussaint Louverture.
Yeah, we just completely messed up that name. Forgive us.
I took French, and yeah, I'm sorry.
Forgive us, all people that descend from Haiti of African descent. We apologize for that. Actually, now I'm really gonna blow it because like I was gonna ask this one girl out who's Haitian, and now she's gonna hear me on this podcast, and I'll be like,
but it wasn't you. It was me. So you can just blame this one. I'll wingman this one for you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
It was Grant, not Jonathan. True facts.
Leroy Fur, Swansea. You put the work in.
Did it in how I needed it to, sir.
I mean, shout out to Liverpool. I mean, Grant is a hater, obviously, because he's Manchester United fan.
Trash.
And I don't really like Liverpool either because they're trash.
And they did our boy Balotelli wrong.
Yeah, they also did Balotelli wrong. Shout out Balotelli, man. Finally, Mario. Hey, man, put some work in out there in France because we love you still.
We do love you, dude. We love you.
Hey, if you're in Miami, man, holla at me. Hit me up. Jalingu, JLINGU. Holla at me. I'm a ride with you in Miami, man. I'm trying to ball. But shout out Liverpool. Shout out Sane. Shout out Sturridge because a lot of hate for Sturridge. A lot of hate.
I love, Sturridge has done two terrible things. He signed contracts with Chelsea and Liverpool, and that's really hard to forgive. But you know what? D. Sturridge, gotta hold it down for your family, a football and family, and I respect that. I know you do your best. I know that you're not getting the opportunities for the squad that we need. You're not getting put in positions to succeed. But once you and Rashford start balling, 2018, you never know.
Yeah.
Liverpool's never going to win anything, but I'm happy. I would happy for you to do well for the national team. So shout out to you, Danny.
Yeah, shout out to you. First start, and he had 2 assists, and he could have scored a goal, but he messed up. But it's okay. Y'all beat the Premier League champions, so y'all good. And then we talk about Dele Alli too. Yeah, shout out to Tottenham real quick, man. I don't have love for y'all anyway, but shout out Dele Alli because you a real G. I had to buy a shirt for my cousin Dele Alli.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, he appreciated it. Shout out Callum Wilson. Shout out Benteke. And Zaha. Shout out David Moyes' daughter. For Crystal Palace. I got a lot of love for Crystal Palace because I got fam out there too. So shout out Crystal Palace. Shout out Croydon, man, because I went out to turn up. One, I remember that you didn't have a tip, so I was balling out of control. I was like making it rain out there. I got a tip either. Woo! Making it rain. Shout out to people that got paid living wage too, because it makes me feel good that I didn't have a tip. But anyway,
shout out to Crystal Palace for trying to be American. You got that eagle, you got that red and blue. I understand. I know that you got the red and blue from Chelsea and us. Where'd the red come from?
They did not get it because of Manchester United.
So it was another. There are 2 teams that they got the red and blue from. It's not it's the reason why they have red and blue. It's because of Chelsea. They're whatever.
Why would they be inspired by a team that's hundreds of miles away?
Because we inspire people in literally every inch of the globe.
Anyway.
But also, and can I get are we at the final shout out to my boy Romelu?
Give him a shout out, yeah.
Yo, shout out to Romelu Lukaku. I know you had a hard go of it. You started off real hot in the in UEFA, in the EuroLeague. It's tough. you wear that mint green, and I don't know what that has to do with Belgium. Someone's got to explain to me some of the colors national teams are wearing, because a lot of them don't make sense a lot of the time. Just wear your colors, like just be who you are. But shout out, to the Africans in Belgium.
Yep,
hold it down, because
company. Where you at?
Yeah. All right, I guess I can let that slide. Like your brother needs some help playing defense. He's pretty slow, but you get buckets, and Benteke does too, and
yes sir,
Michi Batshuayi. So
yeah, shout out.
Yeah, so I got some love for Belgium. Maybe the other Red Devils can pull through in the World Cup. Just wear regular colors, like wear red and black, like that's what's on your thing, or maybe even yellow. I don't know where this green comes from. Just like someone tell me if they know why they wear green. That'd be great. I don't get it.
You gotta stay fresh, man. Like green is color. It's fall season.
I've never. What is it? I don't know. Also, shout out to Hercule Poirot, my number one favorite Belgium. Also, my Twitter namesake. You can find me on Twitter.
I always wonder what your Twitter handle was.
Hercule Poirot.
I didn't really understand. Like, what is that? I didn't even bother to do research. He's
a great Belgian detective of Agatha Christie fame. That's why Agatha Christie is the reason why I love England and I love football in the first place. So, shout out to my parents for getting those videos back in the day, making me intellectually curious and notice things. And that's why I became the lover I am of, a lot of things European. They called them French all the time, but no, he always said, no, I am Belgique. So shout out to them for sure, doing it big. And I want to shout out to every black footballer in the world. My personal hero, Eto'o.
Samuel.
One of my heroes, Thierry Henry.
He's the man. I still have his shirt. I still have his Arsenal shirt. I got bootleg one off eBay. I was rocking it.
That's how you gotta do it.
But you ain't gonna see pictures of that because I don't support Arsenal.
Shout out to Drogba, still doing it, even though we had to take you out last week. Orlando City never hunt alone. You know how it be.
He bounced back though. He did. Well, not last year, like he destroyed us, but it's okay.
That penalty was pretty predictable, fam. Like everyone saw that coming. If Bender can stop it, who can't? But I'm proud of you. Shout out to Molino getting some buckets for Orlando City, balling out over here. Kyle Aaron, big Canada. Hey, big Maple Leaf. I see what you're doing out there, fam. We need to talk about your little mini fro too. Don't know what's going on there.
Hey man, Canada, sometimes they're behind on things. Or maybe they're ahead of things.
Technically, they could be both.
Yeah,
we'll never really know.
I remember I went to Canada for winter. This past winter, and I remember they were all bumping Elijah Drake, and I was like an idiot. I was like, why are they bumping Drake so hard? And I realized, oh yeah, I'm here in Canada. He lives here.
he's a Canadian. No shout out to Aubrey, because you didn't start from the bottom. That would be like saying I started from the bottom. We grew up in gated neighborhoods, fam. Like you can't say that. That's not how it works. My parents definitely started from the bottom. So shout out to our parents. Doing it big, getting us to where we can do this podcast for y'all.
Big ups.
Hey, super this is a couple weeks ago. Shout out to my boy, black national hero, Neymar Jr. Let me hear it for you, sir. That free kick was amazing. I knew when you put that free kick in, you were going to will the Brazilians to victory. Second largest black population, the largest black population outside of Africa. Brazil got a rep for my people, better than the Tinians because Tinians hate us. I love you, Brazil. Neymar, I'm always gonna hold it down for you. When they say racist things to you at Barcelona, they're gonna catch these hands, fam. I hate Barcelona. Well documented, but I love you, Neymar. You do it, and I'm proud of everything you've done as a young man, 24, younger than me.
Yeah,
and balling, and come back from that back injury after a tough World Cup. And showing up to the Olympics that not a lot of other people showed up to, and literally putting the team on your back and winning it home. So shout out to La Sal. Yeah. Shout out to Brazil for sure.
Game-winning penalty against Germany, who embarrassed the hell out of y'all the year before.
That's revenge. That's beautiful revenge. Get them.
Yeah, shout out. And I can't forget. I mean, even he plays for United now, so I can't respect him that much no more. But shout out Paul Pogba, man, for real.
World's excellence.
Richest, most expensive transfer in history.
Coming home, poke back,
Yeah.
Bad financial decisions. Shout out to Woodward and the Glazer family. Shout out to Sir Alex Ferguson for thinking that we should sell that.
Don't do that.
But
Sir Alex kind of messed y'all up for 4 years because of that.
Hey, all great coaches leave their teams in disarray. That's what happens when you're a great coach. It happened Florida State, happened at Tennessee, happened to the Lakers. Great coaches is just hard to leave a foundation because greatness elevates way more than people ever want to give it respect. So that's fair. And that's understandable. Like when Pep leaves, y'all,
we're still gonna be on fire. Like, don't try to.
That's not true. That's just not true.
Pep has never left a team in disarray ever.
Leaving, because the teams he left are friggin' Barcelona and Bayern.
Oh, okay, here go the excuses. Oh, he left Barcelona.
Bayern's the only team in Germany.
Do you know how trash Barcelona was before Pep joined?
They're fairly
Frank
trash.
Rijkaard?
They're fairly trash.
Thank you.
But they had great players. Like they had the Spanish national team, that little midget, the little Italian midget Messi, who I don't fuck with. Fuck Messi.
Still though, even they had Messi and they couldn't win anything. They didn't win anything for 2 years with Messi.
True, because I prayed.
And Ronaldinho, and Thierry Henry, and Samuel Eto'o.
That's actually embarrassing.
And Xavi, and Iniesta, and Puyol.
I hate Iniesta, his rat face. I hate Puyol. What is your hair, fam? What is going on there? Remember when Paul Scholes got that bucket from deep on your hall? Thanks, Puyol. Good assist, man. Puyol. Puyol assist. Shouts out.
I ain't gonna talk about that.
Also, keep going around the world. Shout out to Algerians and Zinedine Zidane. Holding it down. Fun fact: Zizou is married to my friend's cousin.
Is that a real?
That's the real fact. My friend Shara Chama. Shout out to you, Shara. I'm gonna send this to you.
Yeah, for real. Shout out.
Winter Park High School alum, Model UN fam, IB. Her cousin, Algerian, married Zizou. So I'm 2 degrees removed from Zidane, which basically means I headbutted an Italian, which I'm really happy. That makes my day.
Can you get me tickets? Can you get us tickets to the Classico?
I've been trying, man. It's hard. Europeans are weird.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good for it, man. Like
that's true. I'm gonna keep trying. She's married now, so I don't know what those rules are. Like talking to the homies, but we're still buddies. And that was the coolest fact I learned in high school. I don't remember anything else I learned in high school, to be quite honest, besides I'm 2 people removed from Zidane, which is magical.
Does she at least have a Twitter or Facebook, something that we can shout out like, hey?
Oh, it's at Sarah Chom.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. I got you, dog.
Tell her we got a podcast going, and we're trying to be at this. My main goal is this: like, if I can get one. Wait, shout out Condopia and Inter Milan. Like, you balling, man. I respect you a lot. And now I'm following Inter Milan so deeply now because of Condopia. Even though they're trying him now, and trying to say he's trash, but I'm trying to get Condopia jerseys or Inter Milan. If you're hearing this, if anybody on the team hears this, please send me a Condopia shirt, Condopia 7 shirt. I'll gladly appreciate that. What else do I need? And a classic. If you can give me Manchester Derby tickets, somebody on City, anybody. I've entered so many contests for y'all. The least y'all can do is just throw me one ticket. Like I'll find my way to England. I'll get there. I'll go on I'll try to find some cheap ticket to do a courier service.
You could probably fly out of Sanford or Orlando pretty cheap. I've heard they have relatively cheap international flights.
They do, especially to England too, because people love coming here. Especially down I-Drive. I always see those people from.
What is up with your capris though, British people? Why?
Can they live?
No. I'm gonna call you out for your fashion. Wear some shorts. I don't need you to wear super short shorts like I do. I don't need to be like a frat star. That's fine. Just wear something at least close to your knee. It should not be closer to your ankle than your knee. That's just a rule.
See, they probably look at you like you a fool, wearing short shorts. What do they call it? Wellies?
Chubs.
What's wellies? Is that a shoe or something like that? Something white people created. Anyway, they probably look at you like you out of your mind, and vice versa. So I guess it balances out. But anyway, yeah, Sarah, if you're hearing this, if you ever hear this, please holler at us for some Camp Nou or Bernabeu tickets, because I would love. I'll find my way to Spain, even though they're racist as hell at many points. But I'll learn some Spanish. I learned a little bit. I mean, I learned Spanish before, and I think that's like it's going to be mandatory.
I can read it.
It should be mandatory.
I can read Spanish.
I can read it too, but I can't speak. I'm not very fluent at all.
Oh, neither am I.
I remember I learned Spanish from when I first went to school. Like this one woman from Puerto Rico, and that was the first time I ever like I was in love with somebody. Like that was the first person. It was amazing. My first crush was this one. Well, not my first, but
mine was probably a Catholic girl.
She got me sprung for real.
I went to Catholic school in Knoxville, so we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, who else? What other black people got a shout out? You know who you are, really. Like, shout out to all the black soccer fans keeping it real here in the U.S. I see you guys at city games, and even though mostly they're usually as pale as the other sporting events here, it's great to see us out there, you know, rocking that purple because we look better in purple than anyone else.
Yeah, it just glistens. It glistens. It shines. Like this is so much better.
It's a great color. That's why purple was my youth choir color. You know, we all look good. Everything, even also ushering. We ushered in purple. So,
yeah, it's interesting. I last went to an Orlando City game maybe like 2 months ago when they played Toronto, and yeah, it's kind of like going back to high school. Really, how people act, especially when they're under the influence, is like, yo, I could tell like who was the nerds in school, and like how now they're out of school and now they're the popular ones, like leading the chants and all that stuff. Like y'all cool, but I noticed the dynamics. It's very interesting to notice. But every black person I saw that, I give it nod. I always give a nod to the black people. Like no matter where I am on the street, like that's just something it's like innate. Like somebody nobody even taught me to do that. It's every time I see a black person on the street,
that's true.
I say what's up.
It's not learned. It's just it's intuitive.
Yeah, and then I understand, they understand, and we keep it moving. I guess it's real.
And you know, like the realest place, I'll tell you, the realest black nods I've ever gotten was in Oklahoma City. Because I tell you what, I've never seen so few black people in my life. And I was out in Oklahoma City on my old job, just out there struggling. I was like, the food was terrible. Like I had to eat room service most of the time because we were stuck working all day. Didn't see again, no seasoning. Not even on like the burgers weren't in season. Like what is going on? But like I saw 4 black people, and we all those 4 times nodded at each other. It was great. And you know, so shout out to Oklahoma City. You're pretty trash. Westbrook, I don't know how you do it, fam. I don't know where you're getting turned. I saw no places that were lit. Period. Everything closes like 5 o'clock.
Probably just flies to L.A. or Houston, hangs out with Harden or something like that.
Maybe it goes to Dallas. Dallas is actually 4 hours away, so that's pretty close.
I mean, he can afford a private jet, so I'm sure.
True.
I'm sure the ownership was like, "Hey, man, as long as you stay here, like you can go anywhere you want to go. You want to go to Tahiti? Like we'll send you there."
But shout out to Westbrook for sure. You know, keep it real. You know, this is our first Post Gods podcast.
Post God, yeah. I don't think we said.
We did not say the name. I realized that.
Might be a little.
We may need to add something to the front. This is our first shot. You know, this is just us talking.
Yeah.
But you know,
it'll be better. Trust me.
We have great rapport. You know,
yeah.
even as enemies, we're friends. You know, and I think that's a testament to blackness. Really. Although. Unshout out to any Black Patriots fans, any Black Gators fans. I'm going to call you out right now. If you're a Black Gator fan, I think you're a terrible person. If you're a Black Patriots fan, I know you're a terrible person. Actually, if you root for any Boston sports and you're Black,
yeah.
Have you heard Bill Russell talk about how they treated him?
Even Black Patriots players probably don't like the Patriots.
They don't. And no, shout out to all the players that gave the fist or took a kneel during the national anthem this weekend, even on 9/11. That's bold.
Sir.
That's bold. Shout out to you, but
Arian Foster.
Hey, go Vols. You know, I always loved you. Everyone else in Knoxville, I tried to defend you, fam. I tried to defend you from, again, Gator fans are terrible people. But listen, Arian, I know you keep it real. McCourty, Lane, Bennett, anyone that, you know, really stood up for black people here, you know, shouts out because that was a tough day to do it. And that's damn impressive.
Yeah.
Cam, if you're listening, Russell, if you're listening, we got to talk, fams. If you guys want to call in, we can try to get that working, and we can figure this out. You know, Cam, I know they don't teach sociology at Auburn. Russell, you went to Wisconsin. They're fairly, you know,
yeah,
left
they're
up
pretty
there.
progressive.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened with you, fam. You're from Virginia. You're from Southern Virginia, home of Allen Iverson, dog. Like, even though I think Allen Iverson also said some all lives matter stuff.
Nah, not AI. Not the answer.
I think he did. The answer gave the wrong one, man.
Come on, AI.
And here, I'm going to give a very dark horse shout out because, like I said, I am consistent on the TL with my hate. But shout out to Charles Woodson for setting everyone straight the other night.
Yes. Thank you, Charles.
You stole a Heisman. If you could return that to wherever Peyton's address is now, I don't have it. That'd be great.
Fuck that.
I'd be very appreciative. But you know what?
You earned that, Charles.
You might could have. But at the same time, I got mad respect. Shout out to Randy Moss for that face that you gave.
Yeah.
Garbage ass Trent Dilfer.
He's about to do a drop kick on Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer, you're garbage.
Worst Super Bowl winning quarterback of all time. Trent
Easily.
Dilfer.
And that includes Brad Johnson and Jim Hotstessler.
Yes, including Brad Johnson. You are still the worst. That says a lot.
Brad Johnson did not even lead the most scoring drives on his team because the defense scored all the goddamn points. I watched that game.
Mr. Supercuts himself, Brad Johnson.
Mr. starting quarterback for stealing a black man's job and winning with his players. But I won't talk about that because Tony got his a few years later. My boy Peyton helped that out.
Yeah, shout out Tony.
Shout out to Tony Dungy. But really, shout out to anyone keeping it real out there.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing what you're doing. We're post gods, and we're trying to bring this to you every week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And ma'ams and people. Shout out
407. That's what we do
till we die. Well, not me, but maybe Grant.
I mean, college football season is very stressful, so every Saturday is another story. I could die at any time.
Anyway, so see y'all next week. And more football. We're talking about the beautiful game that is not gridiron American football, but the beautiful game of soccer. Peace.
Glory, glory.
Blue Moon.